Albarino is in fact thought to be Riesling that was brought by Germans over to Galicia through the Camino de Santiago.
It's going to be probably closer to a Riesling.
Yes, correct. A Riesling in a slightly touch warmer kind of place on that corner northwest of Spain. Yeah.
Okay. Can I open this bottle?
Absolutely. Let's do it. You like the cracking, eh?
I do like the cracking. All right.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay, so let's start with appearance.
Let's do it. So yeah, I mean, look, it's pretty bright, star bright, and there's obviously a brown table underneath, but you see some slight green notes to it, green tinge. So this just indicates like youthful and fresh and bright. A little bit of age, yeah, it could be a touch of just a light touch of gold in there. A lemon, but rather than gold. It's not really gold. Sorry, I meant to say a touch of lemon in there. And 2019, so that could reveal a little bit of development, but it's pretty young and bright. Yeah, that's appearance. I mean, we could take another note on the legs just before we move on to the nose. There is, when you swirl, it doesn't really form extremely fast tears, but there are on some parts of the glass, like, there's some tears forming. So it's not incredibly high on alcohol, but it's also not the lightest wine on alcohol. You can tell that. And, you see some viscosity to the wine, some thickness, not a lot, not like, some other wines that we will see or seen in the past episodes, but there is a little bit. So this is probably 13.5%. And
it's 13%?
13%, yeah. So
nice.
13%, white wine. It's, again, like if we have a 14%, 14.5%, then you will see a lot of that. You can find that in some Viognier. In the Semillon that we've tried before, it was 11.5. So, yeah.
All right. Let's go to the nose.
Nose. Light, medium, or pronounced intensity?
It's actually, there's a, thinking back to previous episodes where you've said there's been medium on the nose. I can't remember the exact episode, but it was quite recent. And I was like, oh God, I don't get a lot going on in here. But this I do. Yeah. So I would say like medium, at least a minimum.
Yeah, I agree. Medium to medium plus. Yeah.
Really?
Then an Albarino is semi-aromatic. So it's not completely fully expressive, like a lot of aromas jumping out of the glass, but it's, as you said, and very well, like a Semillon, for example, that we've tried before, is a lot less aromatic than this.
Definitely.
Or Pinot Grigio, etc.
It's got a lot. It's very fruit forward, I think. I do get like, it's not a green apple. It's a yellow apple. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, really?
Yellow apple, and of course, like as well with the development, touch more development on the wine 2019. So, those flavors also start developing a little bit more. So for sure, yeah, more the yellow apple.
It's citrus for sure.
Yeah. What type of citrus? Is it lime? Is it lemon? Is it more a grapefruit or orange?
Ooh. In my head, I'm right now picturing them all in front of me, and I'm picturing me picking them up and smelling just the rind of them all, and I can't go past lemon.
Lemon, okay. Well, that's good. For me, it's more orange. I pick orange.
Oh.
Orange zest, like, it's funny because on the weekend I was peeling oranges for the cocktail, and like all the oils from the orange being peeled, to me it smells like this. And even a little bit of tropical. You pick a little bit of like fresh pineapple.
It does, harking back to a previous episode, the Domaine Pichot Vouvray.
Yeah.
It does smell a little bit similar.
It's not like super ripe, juicy, when you slice it and it starts, like super watery pineapple. It's still fresh, it's still tart, but it is sweet.
Okay.
So that's how it smells like to me. Because if you have a very ripe, juicy pineapple and you just like bite on it and it's like mouth-watering, no, it's not that.
I don't smell that.
It doesn't not smell like that. It's just ripe, but it's fresh,
All right. Cheers.
Cool. Cheers. Palate. Sweetness.
No, it's a dry wine.
Dry. Yeah. Dry.
Is it bone dry?
It is dry. It is
Okay,
dry.
dry.
You know.
Because it's once again there can be a confusion I find with my tastings is being misled by a sweet or tropical nose,
Yeah.
and then that trying my brain going, oh no, but we smell pineapple.
Yeah.
But no, it is dry.
Exactly. You smell pineapple, which was sweet pineapple, but again, tart sweet pineapple. But that can be misleading because the wine is fermented until dryness. I mean, it's reaching 13% of alcohol, so like all the sugar has been fermented. But that perception of sweetness on the nose is not revealing on the palate. So it is dry. It is dry, but again, it's not dry as the Semillon was almost bone dry because it was so tart, so lemony and limey. This is a little bit different. You know, it's a little bit riper, but again, it's not bone dry. I would say dry.
Okay.
Acidity.
Not as high as I expected. So I don't know, like
it's not low. I wouldn't say low.
I was tempted to say medium, but
Medium,
somewhere like I'm trying to think about what I've called in my brain.
I think medium is, medium is borderline. It has to be a little bit more than that, I would say.
Oh, I would have gone the other way. I would have gone
Towards the
medium
medium minus.
to low. Yeah.
No, it's if you again have another sip and make it swirl through the palate, to the front gums, to the tongue, on the sides of the tongue, etc. You find quite a lot of
you're right.
salivating. So
Of course, you're right. I mean, you don't need me to confirm it, but yep, you're right.
thank you, Angus.
As it went under my tongue, it just sent off the glands. So
That's it. So medium plus. I would say medium plus. It's not high Riesling or Semillon. Again,
yeah, it doesn't feel that way. It doesn't. Do you know, like when we had those Rieslings in the
searing.
pot? Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. There's no. It's a duller sense of acid. It's not that sharp. Ooh, here it is.
Correct. Yeah, exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're squeezing a lime,
Yeah, exactly. But that once again comes from the fact maybe that it's a yellow apple and maybe it instead of a green apple.
Correct.
And then maybe it also could be confirmed then by the fact that you said
a little bit of aging.
orange instead of lemon as well. Because to me, lemon is much more harsh and sharp than, of course, an orange.
Correct.
And I'm going to eat an orange raw. I wouldn't eat a lemon raw.
100%. And considering as well that is 2019, so it's believe it or not, the acidity starts edging down a little bit. And it's a wine that is intended to be drunk young. It's not a wine that you want to keep for 20 years because it will evolve. No, it's intended to be drunk young. It's youthful and that's how it shows best as well. So,
great.
So that's great. Body, how does it feel on the palate?
It's not light body.
Yeah.
It is probably medium body.
I agree. Medium body. I wouldn't say full body at all. It's not light bodied. I think we're right there. But yeah, no, absolutely. That's like tropical. That's like yellow apple. That's like orange zest. Body, texture wise, medium. I would say, medium.
Is there anything else that we need to assess in the mouth? Like, do you taste anything that we haven't had before? Like on the nose?
No. I think it's all the same. It's all the same, and actually the flavors are a little bit more shy on the palate than on the nose. Seems more aromatic on the nose than on the palate.
It's interesting.
But yeah, I think that's all. Tangerine again. I had the tangerine on the palate, but then everything else seems a little bit more shy.
Okay.
The pineapple is still there. The orange. Minerality, actually, one thing that is more on the palate than was on the nose is minerality. Almost a sense of saltiness, which is very, very pronounced, usually on this region as well. As you are very close to the coast, you have this, cool sea breezes from the Atlantic, cooling down the region. So yeah, I think that's it really.
If I was, we only, when we record these episodes, we only have the wine itself. But if you were to say, come around to my house at 6 o'clock and we're going to have this bottle of wine, what are we having for dinner with it?
Well, I hopefully, you give me some time in advance to go shopping, and I'll buy something nice for you.
I'll come around at 7.
At 7, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Give me at least an hour to go to the shop and buy some good stuff. Because of that acidity, because of the slight creaminess, I'm thinking of macadamia cream. With eel and smoked eel.
Smoked eel.
That the smokiness with a high acidity, but then again the caviar with that slight saltiness of the wine. Yeah, I think that would work really well.
Nice. I actually really enjoyed this wine, and what I love about this, these are the special moments for me with this podcast where I'm introduced to wine because you picked this one that I would never have picked. And that's what's awesome about this, because we hope that people who are listening to this, who are just going out and getting Chardonnay, Riesling, not even Semillon, maybe they are, but now we're exploring these different wines, and that's one of my favorite parts of this podcast. So thanks for the introduction.
Pleasure. Yeah, I think Albarino is very, very versatile, with a wide range of food, so it's, and he's as you said, like, it's really good, it's delicious, and
so you got a couple of hours. So I see at 7 o'clock with some smoked eel and some caviar, apparently.
That's it.
Thanks, Carlos.
That's correct. Thank
Cheers.
you. Cheers. Saúde.
Saúde.